Hey, it's Zen. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you're doing well today. Let me know how your day is going in the comments. Today, I just wanted to make a video kind of discussing what it's realistically like to go on a healing journey. I just think that these are the things that people don't really discuss when you're going on a healing journey. And it's important to mention these things so that you have a more realistic view on what exactly you're getting yourself into. Because oftentimes when things get difficult or unfamiliar for people, they tend to quit whilst they're ahead. But I just wanted to let you know that progression is not a straight line. And these are some of the things that people don't talk about, the downsides of being on a healing journey. So the first thing that I want to mention to you is that going on a healing journey is not anything new or spectacular. It's not something extraordinary that only certain people have access to. It's something that is very achievable, and it's something that you can start yourself. You don't have to be someone who has an epiphany or an enlightenment in order to start. Nothing dramatic has to happen in order for you to decide that you want to be better and do better. You just decide to do it. People will often procrastinate and put off certain things that are slightly out of their comfort zone. They might have that mindset where they say, oh yeah, tomorrow I'll start it. And then tomorrow rolls around and guess what, bitch? You're still doing the same old thing that you were doing before. And then you're gonna say to yourself, yeah, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, or I'll start this next week. Or actually I'm gonna start this when the new month rolls around so I can have a fresh, clean slate and blah, 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 blah. This is all in your head. You telling yourself you're not ready is all in your head. If there is something about yourself that you don't necessarily like, that you think you could improve on, you don't have to wait for a specific time. You don't have to wait for a specific person. Being ready is not a feeling. Being ready is a decision. You have to decide that today is the day. That you're no longer going to put this thing off, that you're no longer going to keep making excuses, that you are going to start right now, today. Just tell yourself, I no longer want to be in this position that I'm in, and I want more. And it's as simple as that. Let me give you an example. So at my first job, it was an office job. I was probably like 16, 17 years old, right? I would always show up to this job at least 2 hours late. Like, I'm talking sometimes 3 hours late. I would take the piss. And I don't understand how I kept that job for so long. My boss was literally so flexible that he even changed my start time to 2 hours later in the hopes that I wouldn't be late, and I would still show up late. Why? First of all, I had no respect for other people's time. I had no respect because I didn't respect my own time. I didn't understand the importance of respecting other people's time and other people's boundaries. So I would kind of just skate through life and not really give a fuck about how I treated people. Second of all, the reason why I was late is because I would spend hours getting ready and doing my makeup. I would spend hours doing my makeup because there was a point in my life where I wouldn't leave the house without having some kind of makeup on my face. Nowadays, on an everyday basis, I don't wear makeup. The most I'll do is my eyebrows because I have no eyebrows and I work in a job that's customer facing now. So it would be a bit bizarre if I'm speaking to a customer with no eyebrows. Like, they don't understand if I'm happy, if I'm shocked, if I'm upset, if I'm surprised, you know. For some reason, back then, I had it in my head that I looked better with makeup on. It was something that I conditioned my brain to think because I had done it for so long, and it just kind of became habitual. It became a routine. I need to spend hours doing my makeup. every single day just to show up to an office which literally had 2 other people in it. That's 4. 2 other people in it. And then just to go straight back home. So really, I wasn't even presenting myself in front of anybody. So it was just a bit irrational. Family outings, I would do the same thing. I would spend hours trying to get ready, and my family would be pissed off because I'm the last one to get ready always, and now we're running late. When literally I could have just had a shower, brushed my teeth, and then left. I didn't have to spend hours doing my makeup. And that's what I'm talking about. Ready is not a feeling, it's a decision, because no matter how long I spent doing my makeup, there was always something else that I needed to tweak or something that I needed to correct or add. And it was never enough, to the point where I would spend hours doing it and be late to commitments for no reason, for no good reason. That's the thing, like, if you make that decision to be ready, then your body will follow. Once your mind makes itself up, your body will just follow. You will just do it. You'll just do it. So my cat is literally just staring at me like, who the fuck are you talking to, bitch? Feed me. Luna, you just ate. Silly Luna. So the next point that I wanted to make is, everybody kind of glamorizes this healing journey. Everyone thinks that all of a sudden, when you decide that you want to be on your healing journey and you want to start doing better, being better, surrounding yourself with better people and things and experiences, that all of a sudden you just get all these opportunities. It's not really like that. To be honest with you, the truth is, healthy is quiet. Healthy is boring. Healthy is being alone for most of the time. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden loads of people just appear in your life, like good healthy people, and all of a sudden these opportunities that you were waiting for just present themselves to you out of the blue. It's not really like that. Oftentimes when you're trying to be better, it's because something that you're doing currently is just not working for you. It's just not enough. So you have to cut things and people off. What does that mean? It means that you have a lot more free time. It means that you spend a lot more time on your own as well. All of a sudden, things don't really appeal to you anymore. It's like, why am I still doing this? What's the point? It doesn't align with who I want to be and what I want to do. So you just stop doing it. And it gets lonely. It gets lonely when you want to better yourself, because not many people that you are used to who were around you are also trying to do the same thing. It's like toxic people just hold you back. They hold you back. And like the Wizard Liz said, toxic people are not picky. They will literally be toxic to anybody. It's just if you nourish and entertain their toxic behaviors and nurture that, then they will latch on to you until you decide that you want to say, get the fuck off me. I'm going in this direction and you're staying here. So it gets really lonely and boring when you're on your journey of healing. And this used to get to me quite a lot, because when you are used to having so much chaos around you, when you're used to having so much anger and loudness around you, boring kind of feels weird. It just feels off. It feels like something's not right. And your brain will kind of seek out opportunities to create chaos again, because it's what you're familiar with. So I was starting fights with people for no reason. I was starting fights with friends. I was cutting people off who were actually good people to be around, good examples, who actually looked out for me and cared for me for no reason. I was cutting them off, and I made it seem in my head like, yeah, like they're just like everybody else. In reality, they didn't do anything. There was nothing wrong. I just created a problem in my head because I wanted there to be some noise. Like, it was too silent for me, and I wasn't used to that. So boring is actually normal. It's actually healthy. If you want peace, you have to be ready for there to be silence. And you just have to embrace that silence, because this is what you once prayed for when your life was chaotic and loud and overwhelming, and just too much was on your plate, too much was going on. What were you wishing for? You were wishing for the quiet in the storm. So why are you being so ungrateful about it now and causing drama and stirring shit just because you're bored? So prepare to be bored, prepare to be alone. It gets lonely. Another thing that I wanted to say is that a lot of people will put a timeline on healing. The reality is, a healing journey, it's not a phase, it's not a part of your life that happens and then that passes. There is no destination. Where are you trying to go? What is the end point of the healing journey? The end of a healing journey is when you die, when you're deceased, when you pass away. The end of your life, basically. That is the end of the healing journey. A healing journey is a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's a way of life. It's a paradigm shift in your thinking. And you have to stick to that basically fucking forever till you are 6 foot under. There is no timeline. For as long as you live, you're going to be on this healing journey, because you should always be seeking moments where you can improve yourself just a little bit, just a little bit, so that over time you progress and you can look back at certain moments and be like, I can't believe I used to be like this or act like this. And then you realize that you've actually improved quite a lot. That's the beauty of hindsight. You get to look back and see the progress that you've made, but whilst you're in it, you don't really see the changes, Oh, another thing about going on a healing journey is that people will fucking hate on you. People will literally be like evil eye and wish you the worst. People will not want you to be better, because why would somebody want you to be better than them? That's the mindset of an insecure person who is not on a healing journey. No, but in all seriousness, you will have experiences where there were certain people in your life who were always there for you whilst you were your lowest self. But then once you elevate, once you improve, once you grow, these people, if they're not growing with you, they will try to drag you down. They will try to bring you back to their level, because people who are stuck with no way out, they don't like seeing people find a way out, because they don't understand it. They don't see, like, how are you above me now? Like, it's strange, but some people will literally hate on you because you want to be better, and you drift apart from certain people, and all of a sudden you no longer relate to these people anymore. Your values no longer align, your mindsets are just different, you just grew apart, and then these people will blame you and say that you're fake, say that you've changed, and say things like, oh, now they're doing so and so and they must think that they're better than everyone else and blah blah blah. They'll just make you seem like such a conceited person. But really and truly, why would you not be conceited? Why would you not be selfish? At the end of the day, you're the only person who's got your back. You're the only person who really knows you. Nobody else. Even your own family doesn't know who you really are. So be prepared to lose people. Be prepared to leave people behind. Be prepared to leave people where you left them. People cannot hold you back from that. So don't feel pressure to stay the same just because you don't want to lose people or you don't want to upset people. People who are changing and innovating, there will always be people looking at them like they're crazy. Like, what are they on about? What are they doing? That's how you know you are moving forward, when people start to notice what you're doing and criticize you. Because it's so easy to sit there and criticize, for example, someone like Elon Musk. First person that came into my head, don't know why. Maybe because he's got a lot of money and he's successful and a lot of people talk about him in the news and stuff. It's so easy to criticize him. I'm sure he's not a perfect person, nobody is. You know, like billionaires nowadays, why don't they just give all their money to charity? Like, honestly, like, why aren't they saving the world right now? They have the money to do it, so why wouldn't they? If I was in that position, if I had all that money, then I would do that. I would give it all to Palestine, or I would give it all to charity, you know, for kids who have cancer or something. But the reality is, you are not in their shoes. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the good deeds that they do. So just be prepared for people to talk a lot of shit. It just happens. It's just how it goes. You have to shed a few leaves if you want to grow. You know, what happens when the seasons change? The leaves turn brown and they die, they drop off, they turn dead. And for a while, the tree looks bare, the tree looks empty, the tree looks not fruitful, but then over time, you know, things start to grow again, you flourish, and now you're bearing fruit and you've got nice, beautiful green leaves. So it's just about giving yourself enough time and not quitting too early. Don't quit too early just because things get uncomfortable. It's gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna get boring. It's gonna get lonely. But just remember that you're doing this for you and nobody else. So you shouldn't really care about what's going on around you. As long as you're doing what makes you happy, you're doing something that's not hurting people, and you're trying to better yourself and be a better person, then just keep going. Just keep going. By the way, you're doing so good, like, honestly. And you look amazing today. I can tell you look amazing today. I can't see you, but I know you look amazing today because you're just radiating so much positive energy, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. So keep going and don't stop.